Hello, welcome in, you guys. I'm so happy to be presenting the dōTERRA opportunity with you tonight. And I just have to get on here and kind of pour my heart out a little bit about the dōTERRA opportunity and how much it has impacted me and blessed my life. And I absolutely cannot keep it to myself. I believe that there is something so special about this business, and I come from a background, you may or may not know my story, of owning a brick and mortar for 12 years. My only regret is that I didn't find dōTERRA sooner and that I didn't start this business sooner. And I wholeheartedly believe that this is the best business and the best business model that exists out there. And I absolutely don't think that there's a single person that this business isn't for. So I just want to take 20 to 25 minutes of your time, and I want to give you just a sneak peek at what it is. And from there, I can always expand, answer any questions. But this is just a little taste test, if you will. So let me see if technology likes me today. No, it doesn't, as usual. Okay. So a little bit about me and my story. I had sold my business actually, and I was pregnant with our little number 2 guy here, and definitely was very happy to be taking some time off. And while I was pregnant, I started nesting a little bit and going through our home a little bit, cupboards and things. We were eating, very organic and really trying to clean up the toxins in our life. And came across my prenatal vitamins that had been, prescribed to me from our doctor, and discovered that there had been red 40 in them. And I had been taking them since I started taking them with my oldest son. So I had been on them a good 3 years already. And going into red 40 is a story for another day, but it is so detrimental, especially to children. And yet I had been giving it to my baby in utero, not knowing through my prenatals that my doctor had given me. So that sent me hard and fast down a whole different trajectory, and definitely dove deeper and deeper into, a more holistic lifestyle, and really advocating for myself and looking at everything and trusting less and taking more responsibility on for myself and my family. So anyhow, couple that with my obsession for oils. I had been using dōTERRA essential oils for, a good 4 or 5 years, honestly. My husband loved them. We used them all through pregnancy, had been using them on our firstborn, and they just worked. They've worked for us from day one. We always turn to them first before turning to something, more synthetic, and just rarely had to go to the next step. The oils just worked. And so I knew that, and we used them more and more, it felt like, to the point where now that I was like more at home a lot, having sold my business, and I was pregnant, so I was having lunch dates and people come in and visit me and stuff. And what do you do when you hang out with your girlfriends? You talk about your ailments and you talk about like what's not working in your life. And I swear it became like a broken record. I was like, there's an oil for that. There's an oil for that. I can make you a roller bottle. Here, I have a roller bottle. Let me mix these 2 oils and send it home to you. Da, da, da. One day my husband said, you like talk about oils to everyone. You're like giving people oils and making roller bottles and doing all this. Like, why don't you do this as like a business, like your next career? And I was like, it was like a light bulb, right? So fast forward 2 years, and I never, ever, ever imagined. I mean, the products speak for themselves. They are amazing, hands down, best essential oils in the world. Phenomenal product, phenomenal company, phenomenal business opportunity. And we're going to talk about it because it's something special. It's not the norm. And you need to know about it. So thank you for taking the time. I want to tell you about the business opportunity of dōTERRA, or just the opportunity that dōTERRA provides, which is 3 things: better health, financial independence, financial freedom, and more time freedom, or just time freedom in general, because I don't know anyone really that has time freedom. What does that mean? More time to do what you want, more time to spend with your loved ones, more time to serve, more time for your passions, more time for your health, more time for rest and balance and just travel and all the things, whatever you want it to be, right? It's huge. And we as a world need to be paying more attention to this, and we need to be seeking it out like our lives depend on it, because they do. So why I choose dōTERRA? Because traditional employment, okay, what is traditional employment? It's trading hours for dollars, right? The only way you can make more money is if you work more hours, generally. Limited on advancement and earnings, right? I'm never gonna, move up in the company and be the CEO, right? In a general traditional employment structure, you're usually capped on how far you can go up. You're reliant on somebody else's vision, right? You're reliant on your boss's or the owner's vision, not your own. Prerequisites and costly education, trainings and different things, and limited time freedom most of all, right? So authentic network marketing, can offer something very different. True, lasting, residual income. Okay, I make money in my sleep. I'm making money right now while I'm doing this training, and yes, this is like for my work, but I'm not out knocking on doors. I'm not out, I'm not sitting in a cubicle, like I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna go be with my kids or, go and make dinner and things like that. I'm fitting this business into the pockets of my life, and I have unlimited reach and earning power. There is no ceiling to what I can do. In my business that I owned for 12 years, I knew exactly how much money I could make. And I knew exactly what I had to do to make that amount of money, but it was limited. It was limited on the square footage of, the space that I occupied. And the only way for me to expand on that was to expand the square footage, which also came at a cost, right? So that was just my personal experience. In this business, you are reliant on your vision. So you can go as hard and fast as you want, or as slow and steady as you want. It's completely up to you. There's no wrong. There's no prerequisites. There's completely free education. There's no requirements. You can come as you are, and you don't even have to know. The biggest misconception, I think, is that, I need to know everything about every single oil. I hate to break it to you. I know everyone thinks I'm this major oil expert, but half the time I'm looking it up in my favorite oil book. When you're texting me, yes, a lot of it is in my brain now, but that's come over time. Anytime I don't know something, I'm looking it up. And I'm texting you, or I'm looking it up and I'm, even if I'm in a class in front of someone and they ask me specific questions, I'll say, here's my favorite book. I never leave home without it. I always have it with me. So as long as you have that book with you, you go, oh my gosh, here's my favorite book. Let me show you how to look it up. Okay, so you want to know about eczema. So you look it up right here, eczema, and this is what it's going to say. And it's going to say these oils, and then usually it's going to reference, turn to page whatever, and we'll give you a protocol as well. And then you're showing them resources, right? And teaching them resources. I have my favorite book in a digital copy also that I give to all my customers. So it's not even like, oh, you have to have this book to know. No. Usually us builders, we have a hard copy because that makes it nice for classes and things. I love going off on tangents. Here I go. But I'm teaching my customers how to be resourceful and giving them an amazing resource where they can look up any ailment. They can look it up by ailment or by oil and get all the information that they need. So I'm often learning based on what my customers ask me. And I'm learning too, because maybe I haven't dealt with that particular ailment or whatever myself. So a lot of times I'm learning, you know, vicariously through my customers. So, and then the next is freedom to choose your schedule. Like I said, I fit this business into the pockets of my life. I have different seasons of my life that are easier and harder, and got a terrible two at home right now. So that's been fun. But, you know, this business can pivot with me, and I'm ever so grateful. So next, what makes dōTERRA so unique? And you guys, you may not know what these numbers even mean or why they're so fantastic, but if you know anything about network marketing, or, you know, this is something verifiable, so you can look it up yourself, but we actually have a higher rate than this now, but since the company started 13 years ago, we have a 65% retention rate for customers that join dōTERRA and continue to order. We're actually up to 67% right now in this year. It's unheard of. It's unheard of. The company average, not the company average, I'm sorry, the industry average is 8%. 8%. 65% or more for the past 13 years. It's huge, huge. Untapped opportunity. Okay, 66% of the US has never tried essential oils. Okay, half of that 66% want to try essential oils. That equals 100 million people in just the US. Okay, and we're global. 61% cannot name an essential oil company. 44% do not recognize a single essential oil, even when shown a list. 53% of non-natural product users rank healthy lifestyle as important. And 87% of those not using natural products are open to trying them. So you guys, the opportunity here is major. You might be following oil accounts. You might live in an area where people are really into natural health. So you might have a context that, you know, everyone's doing essential oils, everyone's selling essential oils. This is an untapped market. It is so not an untapped market, and I can attest to it. So where are we headed? So this slide, pardon the slide, it's not the greatest slide, but this was just shared with us at this year's convention, and it's so exciting. So right now, the essential oil industry is an $8.5 billion industry. That's this year. Okay, the trajectory by 2026, which is just in 5 years, guys, 5 years, is 18 billion. So from 8.5 billion to 18 billion in 5 years. Who wants in on that? Okay, that's why we're talking right now. So I want to touch on the customer experience, okay? Turning the world of essential oils from anecdotal to science-based, okay? This is happening. We are built on the principle of absolute purity and potency, which is our CPTG standard. Nobody else in the industry has this. Partnerships with research institutions and hospitals. We are bridging the gap between Eastern and Western medicine. Life-changing products, okay? Life-changing products. I encounter it every day. These products are changing lives, okay? They are safer, cheaper, and more often effective than typical approaches, with an incredible value proposition, providing solutions to common problems such as stress, sleep, immunity, digestive, cleaning, nutrition, pain, skincare, and so much more. We have an amazing rewards program. We give back so much. There's so much opportunity. We have a very generous points system. That's one of the reasons why I joined dōTERRA in the first place, not even knowing any of this stuff. I liked their rewards program, honestly. You get all your shipping costs reimbursed through points. And this company has the most generous heart and soul that I have ever seen. And now being on the inside of the company and for 2 years, and meeting the owners and sitting with the owners. And I'm not saying meeting them from afar on stage. I mean, meeting them on retreats and sitting with them and being real with them. Guys, they're humans just like us. And they are some of the most humble, wonderful, impactful humans that I've ever met. And I could go on and on, but I promised you a nice, concise time frame here. So this is the heartbeat of dōTERRA, guys. It goes off of 5 pillars, okay? Our co-impact sourcing. dōTERRA sustainably sources from over 45 countries worldwide, and only where the plant grows indigenously, okay? That way it's able to stimulate those local economies while sourcing only the best and purest essential oils. Okay, this is huge. We only source where our essential oils grow indigenously. That's huge. I don't know other companies that do this, okay? We have the certified, pure, tested grade golden seal. Okay, we set the bar for purity in the industry. We are the most tested essential oils in the world. Every single bottle is tested over 50 times, and you can see all the testing and all the readings by entering the little code that's on the bottom of every bottle into source2.com, and you can see everything is transparent. We have to do it that way because we have to set the bar in the industry. So everything is transparent. We want you to see it all. Medical partnerships. Okay, we are working with modern healthcare, with world-renowned medical facilities, and we are bridging the gap between natural and Western medicine. We have the Healing Hands Foundation. dōTERRA gives back by building schools and health clinics where they source oils. 100% of all donations go directly to those receiving aid, and we donated 8.3 million just last year in 2020. Next, and this is something super near and dear to my heart, is our anti-human trafficking mission. In the past 5 years, dōTERRA has donated over 6.7 million to anti-human trafficking. 100% of the proceeds of our Hope Oil and our Rose Lotion go towards this effort. And then the Healing Hands Foundation and Rafa House provide aftercare for rescued victims. And it's incredible. dōTERRA's model is blessings on both sides of the bottle, sort from farm to family, and it's just incredible. It's incredible. Okay, I want to play a little video for you guys. Hopefully this works seamlessly.
So really what we're trying to do here is to support smallholder farming and agriculture all over the country.
Right, and yesterday we looked at our pink pepper sourcing, and I heard about a story about a woman whose life has been completely changed through sourcing pink pepper.
Yeah.
So we've changed our plans. You booked a flight last night with just hours notice.
Yep.
And we want to meet her. We want to understand what co-impact sourcing means to her and her family.
$2014, what happened?
A road accident. He
road.
was going to work at Naivasha there.
When Veronica got news that she'd lost her husband, she was pregnant with her 5th child.
Meeting Veronica was incredible because we were able to see firsthand the impact that co-impact sourcing has on families in Africa.
It was hard to feed my children. I was very stressed and I struggled very much. Yeah, life was hard.
To provide for her children, she started making ropes from the fibers of plants. She would make about 200 shillings a day, which is the equivalent of $2 US.
You see?
As Veronica would take these ropes to sell to shopkeepers, originally they would buy them because they felt sorry for her, but over time they stopped buying her ropes. So she started taking them to truck drivers to see if they would buy her rope. The truck drivers wouldn't buy her rope, but they would buy something else. And she found herself.
Sorry, guys. Oh, this is fun.
They had a common bond because they had both lost their husbands. And as they were sitting pepper.
That's how we met. They were just sitting on the veranda of the shop, and I said hi to them. And I said, I've seen a lot of trees here which have got a lot of pink pepper seed on them.
Yeah.
And I think you ladies, you can be able to do that.
He told me, leave this job. It doesn't have money.
And I told her, maybe try the pink pepper. You might make slightly more than that. He told me some of the children were at home and they hadn't gone to school. Even that day, I gave her some advance. I said I would cover it from the seed that will be made.
So you gave her a little bit of an advance.
Yeah.
You took a risk on her.
Yeah.
And then she delivered some pink pepper.
Yeah. Following the action, she had like 20 kilos.
Really?
Wow.
The next
Yeah,
day?
that's the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since Veronica started harvesting pink pepper, she now makes 1,500 shillings a day on average versus just 200 or 300 shillings a day before.
I like to work. I don't like to stay idle. And when you stay idle, when you gossip, your children will sleep without anything in their stomach. Yeah. So I like to work.
Veronica and Lucy are just two examples of the hundreds, if not thousands of lives that are and will be impacted by the harvest of pink pepper. That's why we do co-impact sourcing. It will always be about the individual and how we can make their lives better.
That job is good because this time I afford to rent, I afford to eat, I afford to cover my children, my family. That I thanks for Mr. Kigo. And I thanks for you all.
Well, I cry every time. I try not to. Okay, how do I get out of it? Oh my goodness. Okay. See, anyone can do this business, guys. You don't have to be tech savvy. Anyways, I get emotional every single time I watch a sourcing video because they're just all amazing like that. And that was Emily Wright, you guys. You saw her. And she's one of our founders. And that woman has a heart of gold. And I recently got to spend some intimate time with her and talking with her and crying with her and just both of us pouring our hearts out to each other and just being humans with each other. And that's something, especially over the last 2 years, is really meaningful. So anyways, if I may transition here, I know this is not going to look like anything to anyone right now, but this is our rank chart. Let's talk about how you can make money in dōTERRA. Right now, we are at the very end of September in 2021, and I'm a gold. And I'm actually pushing for diamond as my next rank. And you might see from this chart, there is a rank in between gold and diamond. So I have some big, big dreams. And I have a lot of lives that I want to impact and bless, not only from getting oils into people's hands standpoint, but also from a financial standpoint because of the business opportunity that's here with dōTERRA. And they care about humanity and they care about the importance of living debt-free and the importance of, like I said before, time freedom, financial freedom, and health choices. And I can't keep this to myself. I can't think small. I can't play small. I have to go big or go home because people need these blessings now more than ever. Now more than ever with our world in the state that it's in, and so much division and so much fear and hate. people need this healing. People need the healing of essential oils, and they need the financial healing that dōTERRA provides, dōTERRA offers. So again, my emotions are all over the place right now, but anyways, I just want to show a little bit of numbers because, you know, that's what people want to see when it comes down to it. And a couple of points I want to make about dōTERRA is we are multi-level marketing, and not all multi-level marketings are created equal. I'll just say that. So here is, I tried to make this as like simple as I could to show we have an inverted pyramid. And what that means is the typical structure of a multi-level marketing is here on the right under other. Okay, normally everyone gets paid on 7 levels, and normally the highest percentage is at the top level. So when you first start in on this type of business model, you're going to be making a little bit more money, as you can see, because they're paying the highest percentage at the very top. And when you start, you're putting, customers at the very top, right? But that's not how you build residual income. You want to build down. So over time, right, you're going to look like a pyramid. So where are the majority of your customers? At the bottom here. You're heavy on the bottom, okay? And you're not so heavy. Your least heavy part is at the top. So if you were to look in my organization, I have the least amount of people at the top and the most amount of people on the bottom, right? So do I want to get paid, as you can see here on the top, do you want to get paid the highest percentage on the least amount of people, or do you want to get paid the highest percentage on the most amount of people? And that's how dōTERRA is structured. So as you can see on the left here, I only get paid 2% on the people at the top, but I have 20 people at the top. Or let's go with this graph, 3 people at the top, okay? So 3 people I'm getting paid 2% on, let's say. But at the bottom, let's say I have 2,000 people at the bottom, okay? I'm getting paid 7% on 2,000 people instead of over here on the other side, 7% on 3 people. So this is huge, you guys. dōTERRA has a very generous compensation plan. Okay, it's amazing. So this is just to give a visual breakdown by rank of, and obviously ranks have averages, right? Because there are some people making more at that rank and some people making less at that rank. So these are averages. So I am a gold right now, like I said, pushing for diamond, okay? I have diamond dreams, diamond goals, okay? So you can see here what those averages look like, okay? And many of my friends in this company are gold, platinum, diamond, blue diamond, presidential diamond. Like actual tangible people that I have in my life. And it's really inspiring and really awesome. So next, just an MLM comparison, because I'm visual, I like to see things like that. So you can see here, the top 6 ranks and these companies, you can see what the different numbers look like. And dōTERRA looks pretty good here. So feel free to screenshot this, or, we can talk about it later as well if you ever want to look at it again, but I like visuals like these. And then the question I get asked the most, or one of the companies that we get compared to the most. So since this is a private Zoom call, I'm just going to address it. So if you look here, the monthly OV, okay, which we call OV, which is overall volume, which is just basically sales. It's basically dollar amount, okay? So if you get confused by OV, just replace that by dollars, okay? So to be, let's say I'm a gold, right? So gold, the minimum OV or dollar amount that it would take to be gold the minimum, okay? It doesn't mean that that's what it is, like mine's higher than this, but the minimum sales, okay, that I would have to get to reach gold is 15,000, okay? That's the bare minimum that you could, if everything was structured perfectly. Now, the bare minimum to be gold in this other company here would be 35,000. That's a big difference. And then let's jump to the top rank in the company, okay? Highest paying rank in the company. You'd have to have a minimum of $162,000 in sales for 1 month to be presidential diamond. Well, in this other company, it's 1.5 million. So how many people are hitting these ranks versus how many people are hitting these ranks in dōTERRA? So it's a much more tangible, feasible requirement. What is happening here? Okay, giving me some trouble. Telling you, you don't have to be tech savvy to do this business. So let's just say that this is a 10-year plan, okay? Well, it says 8 years here, but I was supposed to make an adjustment to the slide and I see now that I forgot to do that. But let's just say you put this business in your back pocket, okay? You can run as fast as you want in this business. You know, sometimes we look at things in life, and this could be applied to so many things. It's hard going fast and it's hard going slow. So pick your hard, right? So the past 2 years, a lot of people have chosen the hard and slow route, you know, and personally, I'm ready to give that up. Personally, I'm ready to give that up, and I'm ready for the more rewarding hard. And that's the speed it up, the hard and fast. So if you were going to choose the slow and steady roll, let's just say you're going to take 10 years. In 10 years, like, what's your 10-year plan right now? What is your 10-year plan right now to be making $1.2 million a year? What's your 10-year plan right now to be making $1.2 million a year? Do you have one? This could provide that. Even if you went slowly and did this over 10 years. Now, most people, if they're really pushing and see the vision and themselves going all the way to the top, presidential diamond, $1.2 million a year average. A lot of people make more than that, a lot more than that. I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, if you have that vision, most often it doesn't take 10 years, but let's say it did. I never had a dream to be making that much money in 10 years. In 10 years, I'll be 45. I'd like to be making $1.2 million by the time I'm 45. Hopefully it's before that, but I'll take it. I'll take 10 years if I have to. So it's amazing. It's amazing. And my biggest thing is, how many lives am I going to change, and is my team going to change? It's like a spider, right? When you bring people into dōTERRA with such an amazing product. We have such an amazing product, you guys. You don't have to sell. It sells itself. You just have to share it. You just have to open your mouth and share these essential oils and share this financial business opportunity with people and bless people with health and finances and freedom. That's what this business is. So here's some testimonies, just a couple, just to give you an idea. Paid for my daughter's preschool each month once I hit gold. When I hit gold, now it pays for our rent. I've replaced my income and can say yes to whatever we want to do in life. How amazing is that? I never ever worry about how much I'm spending at the grocery store or on kids' lessons or sports and the gas to get them there. Our dōTERRA paychecks pay for everything, but it's the little everyday things that make me super grateful. When COVID hit, I wasn't able to work and travel for the OSHA-based safety consulting company that I own, but the dōTERRA checks never stopped coming. And that, my friends, is the sweet sauce. So what do you want to create? I want to ask. Do you want to earn your products for free and continue your oil addiction and just make enough to buy whatever doTERRA products that you want each month? We have room for you. Do you want to supplement your income? We have room for you. Do you want to replace and multiply your income? Do you want to retire your spouse? Do you want to, what do you want to do? We have room for you. We have a high vibe community. I'm all about the high vibes. Gotta surround yourself with community now more than ever. And it has to be good community. People that you really resonate with, people that lift you up, people that fill you up, people that keep you living above the line. This is so important. Our community and our resources are bar none the best. We take care of everyone on our team, and it's amazing. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel. We've done everything. We plug you in. A sampling of the types of things that we have ready for you to hit the ground running. We have a very well-oiled machine. This is us just this month, earlier this month, actually a couple weeks ago at our Evolve convention, and it was absolutely amazing. This isn't even all of our team. That's just the people that risked and sacrificed a lot in this climate to come and be together. And it was a much needed week together, connecting. So how to get started? Connect with the person who sent this chat to you. It was probably me. Figure out the best starter kit if you are not yet a current customer, and we can talk about that. Join our builder training sessions. Let's work out a plan to get you plugged in and get you jump started. I will teach your classes for you. I will teach you about the products, and you can start sharing, and it's amazing. It's not hard. This business is not hard. You just have to have it in your heart, and that's it. I love this quote, and I love to end my classes with this quote, like my oil classes. Leaders are fascinated by the future, restless for change, impatient for progress, and deeply dissatisfied with the status quo, because in their head, they can see a better future. The friction between what is and what could be burns them, stirs them up, and propels them. That is how I feel. And the second quote that's my favorite is, you have to participate relentlessly in the manifestation of your own blessings. So what are you manifesting? What are you manifesting? Let's do it together. I would love to chat with you and just see what you think and see where your heart's at. Thank you so much for being with me, watching this, if you're watching it as a recording, and we'll chat soon.